All right, so listen to this, good people. I'm currently working with a client who is FHA approved, and she's particularly looking for a condo. However, a lot of the communities that we've been searching are not FHA approved, meaning she cannot have an FHA loan and purchase there. It's either conventional, VA, USDA, something else. It cannot be FHA specifically. So she had asked me about something known as a spot approval, and I was like, come again? Had never even heard of it, so I want to tell y'all about it in case you find yourself in this situation or you are an agent who wants to help your client get into a community that is not FHA approved. For those that don't already know who I am, my name is Kim McBride, also known as Get Keys with Kim. I'm a licensed associate broker as well as a broker in Maryland, DC, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and the Dominican Republic. All right, so let's get into it. So traditionally, FHA loans could only be used in condo communities where either the entire community was FHA approved or the actual building itself was FHA approved, which is disheartening for a lot of buyers, especially those that have FHA loans, because that was now minimizing the areas in which they could purchase because of this. That's mainly because the community either did not go through the process of becoming an FHA approved community, or they were FHA approved at one time and then did not go through the process to maintain that requirement or that standard to be FHA approved. And because this really sucked for a lot of buyers, there is now an option, and has always been, this is not anything new, but this is an option known as FHA spot approval, which will allow a unit within a building or community that is not FHA approved to be FHA approved as long as they meet certain requirements. We can thank HUD for this because this was actually reintroduced in 2019 to help build and expand homeownership for many people that would normally be knocked out of the running. So here's a few things you need to know in order for a condo community to qualify so that you know if this can work for you. So the project or the development has to at least have 5 units. It can have more, but it has to have at least 5, and they have to be single units. So they can't be like row home style townhome or converted townhouses. They have to be single unit condos. At least 50% of the people that live in the community have to be owner occupants. And then no more than 10% of the units in that development can have FHA financing. Now, this one is a big one and very important. And the HOA, the Homeowners Association, must be sound. So they may not have any pending litigations, they can't have any special assessments, and they can't have any serious delinquencies. So overall, there can't be more than 15% of the units that are delinquent on the HOA fees. And then there's commercial and non-residential spaces can't take up 35% of the overall area of the community. And then last but not least, they must have their insurance and things in order. So if needed, they must have flood insurance. It must have a master insurance policy. And there cannot have been any health or safety violations. All right, so if you're ready for the next steps in this process, this is what you need to do. You need to look up the actual condo community. There's an FHA research or lookup tool online. Just double check and see whether or not the community is FHA approved. If it is not FHA approved, that is fine. We just want to check so you're not going through these extra steps. If it's not FHA approved, you get with the lender, and the lender actually does the spot approval process. They start that through the FHA system. In order to continue in this process, the lender is going to need a little bit of help from the agent that's selling the house or from the homeowner. They're going to need some HOA documents. We call this like a resale package, so the budget and the bylaws and things like that. They may also ask for information about the insurance as well. Just have all of that paperwork together and ready. Once the lender submits that information to FHA, it is the government, y'all. Don't let there be a shutdown or something else. So it could take a little bit of time. I would say expect that they're going to take a little bit of extra time. If it usually takes about 30 days to close on a house, I'd probably do 45 plus days. I mean, work with your lender. It's also good to know that this spot approval does not work for like new construction and things like that. That approval does not go from unit to unit or building to building or different parts of the community and things like that. It's only good for that one client and that one unit. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I just need one little thing from you, or maybe a few things. Go ahead and hit the like button. Share this with someone you know. Leave a comment. Ask a question. Send me a DM. Make it a great day on purpose. Love on those close to you, because the days seem long, but they're so very short. And then, of course, do what? Get keys with Kim. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.